Good evening and welcome to NLP Power Hour, our Tuesday Power Hour. Thank you for joining me. Maria Elliott here, Master Coach, trainer of Neuro-Linguistic Programming, Timeline Therapy, hypnosis. Yes, I'm a hypnotherapist, a hypnotist, and of course, a coach, business, personal, and executive coaching. Welcome to our Power Hour. Tonight, it's one of my favorite topics. One of the reasons I became a master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, the breakthroughs, okay? Tonight I'm going to be making an announcement that I'm looking for some volunteers that I can coach. And this will be for goal weight, okay? So tonight is all about being lean and healthy the right way. Before I do that, I would like to say hello to a few of our viewers and some of our regulars that are always joining us. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much, okay? Aaron, Colorado, my buddy, forever and ever, okay? I'm so glad that you're joining us tonight. Cousin Pam, thank you for joining us, okay? And Jean, you were the first one on tonight, and I know that you are a very good candidate for going on this 90-day journey of having a coach coach you to be lean and healthy. And if you've done everything out there in your power to achieve your goal weight, notice my language, I'm not saying lose the weight because the unconscious mind is trained to find things that it loses. So if you have done everything in your power and for some reason you're just not what you want your goal weight to be, or maybe you have your goal weight and you're not feeling healthy, okay? So I'll be interviewing people all this week about those of you that would like to be coached to this high road of being lean and healthy. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to talk about is what is it about people when they hire a coach that they can get the results that they want? Okay, I know that a lot of us have questions out there in the audience, like for example, myself. A lot of people think I have willpower. Oh, that person has so much willpower because I have exercised 100, well, I call it the fitness flow. And I do amend it because flexibility is very, very important when we're coaching people. Okay, I've had to amend it slightly, however, I'm still committed. And today I believe I have exercised 176 days in a row with a little bit of amendment. And there's some other things in that fitness flow. So how many of you just know that one person and they think that they just have willpower? Okay? What is it that some people you think it's just mind over matter, okay? And and what is it about some people, they get their results that they want sometimes, and then sometimes they don't get their results, okay? It has nothing to do with willpower, quite frankly, okay? What about when you start to do something and you're committed to doing it and it's got your full attention, and all of a sudden it's kind of like your attention starts to like veer off a little bit because I really want to do this. You know, your energy, it's got your full energy, it's got your full attention, and then all of a sudden it's like you're deflated, like a hot air balloon. All the air is out of it, and it's like, you know, my New Year's resolution, and then by what, day 3, day 4, day 5, it becomes a chore. Okay, well, it's not willpower. It's not even about conviction. It's about a choice. And what I'm going to talk about tonight is the game changer in being lean and healthy. Just to give you an idea of what a breakthrough will, as far as an investment into a breakthrough, a financial investment, I think it's really important for me to share that with you. For somebody that's been doing this I've been a certified hypnotherapist in many types of hypnotherapy, more than most. I used to use straight hypnosis to help people with their goal weights, to help them be lean, fit, and healthy. Okay, and it was a little bit of an ordeal. Okay, now that I'm highly trained in neuro-linguistic programming, I've been a certified hypnotherapist for over 20 years, and now I've mastered neuro-linguistic programming, timeline therapy, coaching, and of course hypnotherapy, a whole different area of hypnosis. I've been doing that part of it for 7 years, every day for the last 7 years, and I'm highly trained, the highest training that there could be out there. Okay, so what is it about when we lose that oomph? Anything that we start, it's not just weight loss or goal weight. It could be a business, it could be a job, it could be a relationship, okay, it could be a project. How many people have started projects and then bam, they just drop the ball? The passion just went someplace else. How many people have invested into themselves to become a coach, a certified coach, and you know you're good at it? However, there's just that one thing that for whatever reason you just can't get that first client, or you got one and you're all motivated, and then something happens and you don't get any more clients. Well, tonight that is all going to change. Okay, and I'm going to prove to you out there, if you're already a life coach, if you're already a hypnotherapist, if you're already a timeline therapist, okay, and if you're highly trained in any modality, tonight's the game changer, because I'm going to prove to you that you can coach your clients virtually, not just face-to-face, and get the exact same results that you would get person to person. As a matter of fact, I'm willing to bet you'll even get better results, okay? Because there won't be a lot of wasted time talking face-to-face, okay? They say time is money. Okay, so tonight I'm going to prove that to you, okay? And I can prove it to you as easy as 1, 2, 3. Would that be easy enough? If I could show you how to get what you want, get the results, get the outcome as easy as 1, 2, 3, would it be worth watching the next 50 minutes that we have or so left of our free NLP Power Hour? Okay, I know I used to be over 350 pounds. I was literally in a wheelchair. Out of all my viewers out there right now, okay, who are hearing what I'm saying here, okay, how many of you knew me when I was over 350 pounds? Okay, I'm just waiting for some people. Marlene, you know me when I was that big, okay? Pamela Ronquillo, I think you knew me when I was that big. Matt Clark, you definitely knew me when I was that big, because I was working at Blue Green and I was in a wheelchair with a little power thing because I couldn't walk because of the weight, okay? Yeah, Marlene, you knew me way back in the day from Colorado. You knew me, okay? All right. Hunter, you didn't know me when I was over 350 pounds. However, what we're going to do now, and hello and thank you for joining, we're going to do now is show you as easy as 1, 2, 3. First, I'd like to talk about what is NLP, okay? Neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, let's talk a little bit about neuro first. Neuro meaning the nervous system, your nervous system, okay, which is also the mind, okay, through which everything that you experience in life is processed. And I mean everything that happens to you 24/7. And I really, truly, sincerely mean that. Anything that you experience 24 hours a day, okay, comes in through your 5 senses. So those experiences are processed through your 5 senses. So that's neuro. Neuro meaning what you see, your visual, what you hear, your auditory, what you feel, your kinesthetic, okay, what you smell, your olfactory, and what you taste, your gustatory. Okay, so neural is how we process that information through what we experience through our senses. It's really that simple. Okay, now linguistics. Okay, what do we mean by linguistics? Okay, it's our language and all the other forms of communication that are nonverbal. There's lots of nonverbal communication systems. okay, through which our or your neural representations are actually coded. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, as that information is coming through your senses, through pictures, sounds, feelings, taste, smells, and even for those of you that talk to yourself, bravo. I love my self-talk. Okay, especially if I have self-talk that isn't so positive. I love my self-talk because I reframe it into a more positive, what we call IR, internal representation. So linguistics is the language that we use and all the other nonverbal forms of communication systems through which our neural representations are coded, okay? They have a particular order, okay? And it gives meaning to us. All right, so I'd like to sum it up like this with linguistics to keep it as simple as possible, okay? And I do have a couple of graduates here and some people that have studied some neurolinguistic programming. I have a master practitioner here, and I don't know if two master practitioners here. Bravo! Awesome, okay? So we have some master practitioners that come to our Power Hour Live, and if you have anything to add, I would be more than happy, okay? So as our IRs, as that information is coming in through our five senses, they are coded and giving meaning. Now, think about this. Every word that we use, for example, if I have a client and they want to become a student of mine because they want to become a practitioner or a master practitioner or a trainer and they want to train people to do this, okay? They might have a question like, well, okay, I don't make rash decisions. Well, that word rash, as it was coming in, is coded, okay? And it has a particular order and it has a particular meaning. There's a whole structure behind that word rash. So that's what we mean by linguistics, okay? One word can have many meanings can have a different meaning to many people. Okay, now finally, okay, programming, neurolinguistic programming. What does programming mean? Okay, programming is the ability to discover, find out, unveil, whatever you want to say. It's the ability to discover and utilize the program that we personally run, okay? It's the communication that we have within ourselves, okay? And of course others. So in our neurological systems, okay, we have the actual ability to achieve specific desired outcomes, okay? So what do? I take a good look at your programs, and that's what I'm going to do. Take a look at your programs, and whatever programs are running, okay, all we have to do is code them, order them, and give them a new meaning so that you can get your outcome. That is neuro-linguistic programming. By the way, any questions out there in the audience, and any questions, because I have two highly trained master practitioners. How did I do on defining what is neuro-linguistic programming?
Excellent.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now that's kind of a formal definition of NLP, okay? So to sum this up, part of it, the formal definition of neuro-linguistic programming, okay? NLP is how we use the language of our minds to consistently achieve specific desired outcomes. And that concludes the formal definition of neuro-linguistic programming. Okay, next, what I'd like to talk about is what is it really? What is NLP really? Now that I've given you a formal definition of NLP, what is it really? It's an attitude. It really, truly is. It is an attitude that I have adopted, and I plan on keeping it, okay? It's also a methodology, okay? It is also a whole trail of techniques, okay? So when I say it's an attitude, what do I mean by it's an attitude? I'm curious. I have lots and lots and lots of questions. I tease my clients and my students that my name should have been Rosie because I am nosy. Why? Because I'm so curious. I am curious about people's behaviors. I'm even more curious about when somebody does something so excellently, I want to study what they do excellently. I don't care about what somebody does that isn't so great, okay? Because I don't want to unpack what they do that's so great. What I want to unpack is what people do that are excellent, okay? So yeah, it's an attitude, and you have to be very curious, and I'm very curious about what's going to help a human being be the best that they can be. Okay, so yeah, I believe that it's a study of what people have done that are masterful in their behavior. Okay, it's also, when it comes to attitude, it's also given, in my opinion, okay, that it's a willingness to experiment. Yes, a person has to know their craft. However, once it becomes an art form, we have to be brave and courageous, and we have to step outside of that comfort zone, and we have to be willing to experiment. That means that as a coach, I have to have 100% rapport with my clients because they have to trust me. And I'm upfront. If I say I'm going to experiment with this, I did it with a fella named Jeff. I'm like, let me experiment on behavior instead of just getting rid of the diet soda. Changed his life completely. Fact. And hopefully, is he still doing well with that? Okay, that's been a long time. That's been several months, by the way. January? Woo! Okay, so I experiment because I'm very good at this, and I experiment a lot, so I know what works. Okay, so let's talk about, I said that what is NLP really? An attitude, a methodology. Let's talk a little bit about that, okay? NLP is the study of excellence. So the methodology that we use is called modeling, okay? I know a person that actually cuts hair, not formally trained. However, okay, just by modeling, this person does a fantastic job, okay? I know another person that golfs, never had any formal training in golfing, is an excellent golfer as long as they continue to practice simply by modeling. Okay, that's amazing, okay? I became one of the best salespeople in the timeshare industry and other sales things simply by modeling excellent behavior. I didn't go look at the guy or the gal that was like, you know, in the lower percentage of sales. I modeled the number one salesperson, the number two salesperson, the number three salesperson. Why? Because they were always competing for number one. Okay, so that's what modeling is. Okay, also when we talk about the methodology, okay, it also includes denominalizing a lot of our words. Okay, what does that mean? Okay. This is a great story. This is a true story about a client. Okay, this particular client was in his mid-30s, and he had chronic pain since he was a teenager. So we're talking mid-30s, we're talking about 20 plus years of chronic pain. That is a long time to have a lot of pain. Okay. So I asked him, okay, what's your pain level right now? And he said, well, and he was just sitting in a chair. It's a 5. It's always a 5. Well, how do you deal with your pain? He said, well, and he went through this step by step process, method of how he has his pain. He was excellent, and I mean excellent, at chronic pain. 20 years of chronic pain, how many people out there agree that he probably was excellent at chronic pain? Okay, so if he was that excellent at chronic pain, all I had to do was just elicit his strategy to not have the pain, and all I had to do was reverse the same strategy, the same method, okay? And it was like this. When did you decide that you had chronic pain? Okay, so I denominalized the word decision into deciding. I denominalized it. So we do a lot of denominalizing of words because it's like they have a life to us, and we live by those words. And if we denominalize those words, that's where the change happens in the method, okay? Also, it's just continual experimentation to just get better and better and better at it. So what is NLP really? An attitude, a methodology? I also said it's a trail of techniques, okay? We teach those techniques, and when I say a trail of techniques, there's a lot of them because we cover everything in neurolinguistic programming. We cover everything in timeline therapy. And by the way, if you're in business and you're a coach and you're not trained in timeline therapy, okay, really look into the training. Here's why. Okay, when we can put a goal into our timeline, okay, that's not therapy, okay? We use the word therapy to help people release all major negative emotions. It's a game changer. That's a therapeutic environment. However, when we talk about setting goals into your future, into your company's future, okay? Business people don't want to hear the word therapy, okay? So we call it, okay, making your life easy, making your business easy. We are actually placing what you want your outcome into your timeline and it will happen. However, we have to get all the obstacles out of the way. So we do release all major negative emotions so that you can achieve your goal easily and effortlessly. Literally, for most people, I can release a major negative emotion, and we have what we call the big five, and I like to do 3 others, by the way. I can do every major negative emotion, reframe, clear it out within max 10 minutes per emotion. Literally, I can do it that quickly, and it works 100%. Okay, how was I able to work that out 100%? With the continued experimentation. So there's lots of techniques. So for the business people, if you think, timeline therapy is not for me, okay, ask yourself this. Can you run a business when you have unwarranted anger? Would that be a no? Okay. If you're a business owner, can you run a business when you are sad? Unwarranted, inappropriate sadness. Let's call it depression, if you want to. Okay. Can you run a business with unwarranted sadness? No. Okay. Can you run a business as a business owner if you have a major negative emotion of fear? Okay. Can you run your business when you have major fear? I'm talking major fear. Where some people, they have so much fear, okay? It's fight or flight. So I've been working 2 weeks ago with a master trainer who started on a new endeavor. And there came to a point, this one point in his brainstem, because I know exactly where this goes as a master practitioner, where he was like, Maria, I was so afraid that I couldn't even talk, okay? Have you ever had that dream where you are so afraid you can't scream, you're going, and then it's like you jump and you wake yourself up? Okay, how can you run your business with fear? Okay, so we can release that fear at the root cause. Okay, how about guilt? How can a business person run a business when they're full of guilt? I can't. Okay, we've been programmed to have a lot of guilt. We've been programmed that if we're ambitious, that maybe we're greedy instead of ambitious. Okay, we've been programmed that, you know, it's easier for a camel to actually go through the eye of a needle. Imagine this, if I had a little needle with this little tiny hole that I can't even see with my eyes, okay, if we are programmed that it's easier for that camel to get through that needle than it is for a rich man to go to heaven, okay, then how can you run a successful business? When people confuse greed with ambition, how can you run a business? So if I can help you release guilt about earning money, okay, charging a good, fair price, good, positive manipulation, because people need to be manipulated. They need to. It's almost like we have to. I don't know if you're all healthy, but it's almost like you have to kind of prod people to wake up their critical thinking because of the fear, the anger, the sadness, the guilt. Okay, what about hurt? What if you've been hurt in business? What if you had a business partner and they didn't, you know, follow through? Okay, everybody has been hurt in some way. How can you run a business if you're carrying unwarranted, inappropriate hurt deep down? Now, you may say, I have none of these. However, for those of you that say you have none of these, okay, you need to sign up for my class right now. Don't even wait till the end of this party. Why? Because it's so unconscious, you've shoved it down so far that you're not even consciously aware of it. So what do? Okay, go to lovemesomnlp.com and sign up for my class, okay? Okay, now, on a serious note, okay, what about limiting decisions? When we think we cannot do something, we decided that somewhere. If you think you have limitations, how can you run a business? Now, how do I tie this into being lean and healthy? How do I tie this into goal weight? Because all major negative emotions, once cleared, okay, will allow me to plant the seeds of success toward what you want in any area of life and all areas of life. Does that make sense? How am I doing so far? Pretty good? Excellent. Okay, excellent. And would you like to add something, my dear ladies? Masters, by the way, they're at the highest level trained master practitioners. Okay, and maybe I could even bring you up a little bit later. You can introduce yourself, because this platform, NLP Excellence Academy, we offer a platform where if you're a coach out there, you can join our platform, and anybody from around the world, if they want to hire you, they can hire you right through our NLP Excellence Academy global platform. We call it NLP Global Council of Excellence. Okay, so maybe if you want to, you can say a word and what maybe really quickly what NLP has done for you. Okay, tonight I have a clock, so I'm keeping very close time. Okay, so NLP is the study of excellence. Okay, now, okay, how am I going to interview these candidates that want to achieve your goal weight? Okay. Well, here's what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for, and then I'm going to share how I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm actually looking for people that are decisive. That when you make a decision, you're going to stick to it. Okay, no wishy-washy. Okay, I want you to focus on what you want. If you're a candidate, that you have decided that no matter what, this is going to be number one in your life. If this commitment is not going to be number one in your life, don't even bother applying as a candidate to be coached for free for 90 days. Because this coaching to do a breakthrough for a person, I literally charge about $15,000. So you're getting over $15,000 worth of coaching. Actually, I'm going to take double the time. So you're getting over $30,000 worth of coaching. Free. just by committing. Why? So I can prove to you business owners out there, so I can prove to you coaches out there that if you take action, okay, that you can have a thriving business. I am so sick and tired, honestly, of people that are so highly trained and there's nobody out there helping them, showing them how to operate a thriving business. Well, I'm that person. Okay, and NLP Academy is the company that's going to get you there. I give you my word. Okay, I'm also looking for people that are curious, that want to know more. Because if you want to know more, okay, by word of mouth advertising, people are going to see how great you look, how your whole life. This isn't just about losing the weight. This isn't about achieving the goal weight. This is actually about people that have compromised immune systems. This is about people that have been secluding themselves for months on end now because they're either diabetic or they're aged, okay, they have other health issues, autoimmune. They've been labeled unhealthy in some form. Well, I'm here to prove to you, if you're committed 100%, that you can say, you know what, I'm not type 2 diabetes anymore. Now, I'm not a doctor, so here's a disclaimer, okay? The labels that you have of maybe morbid obesity, overweight, whatever those labels are that compromised you, where you felt that you had to quarantine yourself for all these years. When I was going about life like nothing happened, yes, I had to adjust the way I did things. Like I have to take a handkerchief everywhere I go because I refuse to wear one of those medical masks, because it's suggestion that the more people I see with those masks, you know what I tell myself? Okay, unconscious mind, you are healthy. Unconscious mind, thank you. Those people are healthy also. Now, if I'm not protecting myself, I'm going to look at all these masks, and it's symbolic to the unconscious mind that I'm sick and that everybody else is sick. So guess what happens? You're going to get sick. You're free from that. Okay, so I'm looking for somebody that's very, very curious. You have to be brave. You have to be courageous, just a little bit, okay? I have 100% belief in you because I am a fanatic. I am totally nuts about what I know that the human body can do with this trail of techniques and the study of excellence, okay? I'm looking for people with a win-win-win attitude, okay? I'm looking for people that know how to self-maintain themselves. I'm looking for people that are diligent and disciplined. I'm looking for forward-thinking individuals that are focused. I'm looking for people that can give me feedback, sandwich feedback. And that person or those people, should I choose 1, 2, or 3, it really depends on what kind of result I'm going to get from people wanting, because you're not just going to lose weight, okay? You're going to be a different person. You're going to be healthy. You're going to have a thriving career, or if you don't want a career, a job, okay? Every area in your life you will thrive, even probably the perfect relationship, if that's what you choose. So that's what an NLP breakthrough is that you will thrive in every area of your life. So that's what an NLP breakthrough is, using all the trails and techniques. So I'm also looking for go-getters, people with some ambition, okay? I'm looking for people that are flexible. I'm looking for people that are results-oriented, okay? I'm looking for people that want more knowledge. I'm just looking for people that want to say, hey, you know what? I did it, and I did it with the help of a coach. And this will be, you know, language, okay? Language is everything. They should call it lang-gauge, because we have to gauge everything. And how can we gauge results, okay? Well, here's how we're going to gauge our results, okay? Your language will change. That's how we're going to gauge our results. So we'll videotape you, okay? And the people will hear you speak of how you are now, and I guarantee you your language will be, a lot of it will be away from, okay, because that's your fuel for success, which is okay. However, within the first 30 days, you will be a different person. Your language will change, and our viewers will be able to see how your language changes. Your body will have a complete change, for sure. Okay, I'm also going to give the criteria for those of you, because I'm going to be doing some tasking, or I'm going to be implementing some tasking for you to do. You have to complete your tasking. When somebody doesn't complete their tasking, what does that mean? It means I will drop you like a hot potato as a coach, because you're not 100% committed. So when I say tasking, I'm going to have you do different things, and I'll go over all that criteria through the interview process. So I'm looking for people that will be at cause, that are willing to be at cause and not push the blame for anything outside of self. I'm not looking for you to push the blame inside, because there's no blaming. However, you are where you are now because of your past behavior. Can you all agree with that? Okay, so for those of you that want to be healthy, that want a total healing, a total breakthrough, then definitely you're going to want to call me. Okay, 7:37, all right. All right, I would like to move on, and I want to talk about how we do this. Okay, I'm really excited about that. Okay, let me see if there's anybody on here that I can say hi to. Would that be okay? Okay, Mr. John Brown. Okay, oh my gosh. I've been seeing you through social media, and you look very happy, and I couldn't be more happy for you. You're just an awesome guy, and thank you for joining us tonight. Okay. Jean, okay, oh, Karna Patel, thank you for joining us, okay? And if I've missed you, I apologize. I'm up here doing this by myself, so thank you for joining us. Okay, all right, now, here's a technique. So if you want to know how, here's what we do, okay? If you've ever said these words, oh, I've already decided, whether you can do it or not do it, okay? Okay, this is called a decision destroyer, okay? This process requires a significant amount of rapport, and that's the easy part for me, because people know that I've been doing this for 20 years, the NLP portion of 7 years now, and I have a 100% success rate. So I have huge rapport, okay? Why? Because I believe in it 100%. If I didn't believe in it, you wouldn't get the change. I believe in it 100%. Matter of fact, look at me. I'm almost 50 pounds lighter just in 176 days, okay? So if I can do it, I guarantee you, you can do it. And it has nothing to do with willpower. It has nothing to do with conviction. It has nothing to do with passion, okay? It has everything to do with, let's get all the major negative emotions out of the way that are creating the problem, because once that problem is created, if we can lose that problem that creates all the problems, okay, you will get your out. And that's what I'm good at, losing the problem, because there is one major problem that will probably fix everything in your life. And I'm really good at finding out that one problem, and that's what the breakthrough is for. Okay, all right, now, here's the decision destroyer, okay? When somebody tells me, well, I decided I can't lose weight. I've done everything in my power to lose weight, and I just can't lose weight. I've done everything, okay? As they're sneaking a Lay's potato chip here and maybe a Kiss chocolate there. I've tried everything, okay? All right, well, I'm going to pace that client back to the decision. And then I'm going to just simply ask them, where were you when you were deciding that? Okay? And I'm going to take them to just before that, where were you? And then I'm just going to say now, as you think about your present situation, okay, in your life right now, okay, notice how many options that you have now. Okay, so think of that problem and how you feel now. And as you think about the problem next time you do X or Y, the next time you do that, knowing what you know now, notice how much better you feel not doing it. It seems like it wouldn't work, however, it works like magic. Any decision that somebody has made, I can destroy that as a coach in 6 easy steps. That's how easy it will be for you to reach your goal weight. And that's just one tiny itty bitty little technique, okay, that I can share with you right now, because a lot of people don't even know that there's such a thing as a decision destroyer. And then on top of that, I can go into the timeline therapy portion of it, called limiting decisions that limit what you can do. So those are two things that I can use to help you move toward what you want. Okay, the next thing I'd like to talk about. Okay, you will sign an agreement with me, okay, of what your commitment is. It will be absolutely no charge. However, you will have to pay it forward, because the unconscious mind will not make a change unless you pay it forward. So what do I mean? That's up to you to decide, okay? Somebody out there is hurting so deep down. And you could be the reason that they will live, not just existing. I've just seen so many people since this pandemic hit that they're showing up for life. They were, doing some things, and then all of a sudden, bam! It's like the rug got pulled out from under us, and we just all took a fall, okay? And sometimes we feel trapped. So right now, if you want to pay it forward, if you are selected, okay, maybe there's somebody out there that you could introduce them to me, okay? And I can work it out with them. I don't know. Maybe you can go to a nursing home and read to an elderly person that never gets any visitors. That's really up to you to decide, but you have to pay something. I am not looking for financial reward. I would rather pay it forward, okay? And I have other ways to do this. So you're going to authorize an agreement that you're committed to this 90 days, and that you will come up with your own plan on how you're going to help somebody else out, if that's okay. Whatever your plan is, I'm okay with it. Okay, the next thing that's going to happen, okay, is I'm going to have you write out all your goals. Okay, and then I'm going to explain what the coaching cycle is. Okay, I'm also going to have you write out what all your values are. Now I'm going to coach you, and I'm going to teach you how to do this. Okay, so we have to talk about your values, and then we're going to realign them in hierarchy. By the way, just for you out there, I never change the number one value. It just creates havoc in your life. So if you're a business owner, okay, and you want to get your business up and thriving, guess what? If you want to lose weight and get your business up and running and thriving, we'll knock that out in an NLP breakthrough, because it's just not one area that we're going to be doing, okay? We will have to meet either in person or virtual, okay, every single day for 5 minutes, okay? Why? Because the first 30 days are critical. Okay, and that's only, by the way, for the first 30 days, 5 minutes, okay? Now, also, okay, when you do this personal breakthrough session, I will have to do what's called a personal history. And we can do it virtually via Zoom, any form of face-to-face live using a device. We could do it in person. I'm okay with that, okay? But I need your personal history. Here's the important part. I don't want to know what your problems are. I don't need to know the content of your problems. What I'm looking for is, I'm trying on what's going on in your life. I'm trying it on, and I'm asking myself this whole time, How could this person believe that? How could this person be thinking that? How could this person be saying that? Okay? So I'm trying on your problems, okay? And I'm listening to your words, okay? Because when they came into your five senses and they were coded, okay, and they had a little system to them, okay? They mean something to you, and I need to find out, I need to uncover what they mean so I can recode those and change the meaning for you. So I'm going to be asking a lot of questions about your personal history, because your model of the world has definitely defined where you're at now, because it's your model of the world. Okay, so if you're okay with your personal history, I might ask some questions about, what was it like growing up in your family's home, and what were your educators like, and things of that nature. And I'm just looking for language. That's really all I'm doing, okay? And of course, we'll maintain rapport, so I need transparency, I need truthfulness, not holding anything back. Truthfulness is very, very important. So if you're 100% truthful with me, I can 100% help you. The good news is I don't need content. I don't need to know the not so good stuff that people don't want to talk about. Now, there are support groups for people that have a problem. There's a support group. I was going to do that research. I need to do that. I would like to look up, if somebody wants to do that, that'd be great. How many support groups out there for problems that we have? Okay. How many support groups out there for the solutions that we have? You're looking at it right here, right now. This is the solution right now. You deserve a coach. And the reason I chose to do this for free for maybe 1, 2, 3 people, possibly more, okay, as long as you agree to see this thing full at 100%, I want you playing at 100%. You give me 100%, I will give you 100%, and your business will change. Now, somebody has a question regarding businessmen that you mentioned earlier as an example, that they can't have a business if they are sad or angry. What if someone has anger or envy as a motivation, moving power in business to actually succeed or prove something to someone? I was asked this question a long time ago, and I don't remember what I answered at that time. It would be great to hear your opinion about it. Thank you. Okay. So, who was that? Who was asking that? Oh, Elena. Elena, you're highly trained. I'm very, very glad that you asked that question, okay? That fuel, by the way, I'm not saying you can't be in business if you have major negative emotions. What I am saying, those major negative emotions can actually fuel you to have some success. However, it's like this. It's not consistent, okay? And then guess what? If it's a negative fuel that's thrusting you toward, and I don't know, David, will I be able to stand up, or am I going to be cut off here? I'll be cut off? Okay, I'm not going to, okay, so I'll just do it from here. Okay, so, boom, okay, I will never be broke again, so I'm going to work my rear end off in my business because I'm never going to be broke again. Okay, that's great fuel. That's going to get you into business. However, when you start having success, what was creating that negative emotion about the fear of, I never want poverty again, I never want to be broke again, okay? When you feel like you have enough money, when you feel like you have a little bit of success, guess what happens? You're out of gas. Tank is empty. Done. No gas. So then what happens? Whoop! You're back to square one. Okay, so you took 5 steps forward, 3 steps back because you ran out of the fuel. What I'm able to do, Elena, is change the motivation from away from what you don't want, give you the same fuel, higher octane fuel, to put in your tank that will get you turned around toward what you want so that you don't have peaks and valleys in your results, okay? So that you have a nice, steady rise in getting your outcome. So how do you feel that I did with that question? I have master practitioners, and I'm always looking for sandwich feedback. Do you have anything to add to that that you might think is critical? Okay. Elena, any questions regarding that? That was an excellent question. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate that. Okay. Okay, it's 7:50. That gives me about 10 minutes. Okay, so now, okay, I've talked a little bit about how. Okay, I'm going to interview you. I'm going to make sure that you are 100% committed. You already know I'm 100% committed because I have a 100% guarantee of results. Okay, and here's how you're going to get in touch with me. Okay, I'm giving you my personal cell. Yes, I'm putting it out there to the world. Okay, my personal cell phone number is 702-267-8471. Okay, that's one way to just call me and let's talk, and I'll interview you, and I'll approve you if you're 100% committed and you fit the other criteria. But by the way, I have a whole list of criteria. I just summarized some of the more important criteria that were important to me, like having a win-win attitude and being committed no matter what, and just trusting me implicitly. Okay, so call me. Okay. Also, you can go to David has fixed it, lovemesomenlp.com. If you go to the newsletter and subscribe to our newsletter, okay, and I get a whole flux of newsletter inquiries, I will, as of tonight, over this next week, everybody, okay, I will email you. Go ahead and put your phone number in there because we don't ask for your phone number in our newsletter. So I would want your phone number and your email, and I'll call you back. The best thing is just to call me. You could reach me on Facebook Messenger on NLP Excellence Academy or Maria Elliott. I've got like 7 pages on Facebook, so you can reach me there. Again, my phone number is 702-267-8471. Okay, so you can call me. You can reach me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can email me. Here's my email. It's maria@nlpexcellenceacademy.com. Very easy. maria@nlpexcellenceacademy.com. Very easy. Okay. And then I also mentioned subscribing to the newsletter. Okay. All right. Now, okay, what I'd like to do now is talk to you a little bit about, as a business owner, okay, why, if you're already a coach and you're already certified, why you should take my class. Okay, I have 2 master practitioners sitting here right now. They come, and I don't know if they learned anything tonight, or maybe I just refreshed, got the dust off or whatever, okay, but I listen to NLP. I listen to NLP all the time. Audios. I have my own audio sets that I listen to, and I'm fine-tuning them. I'm fine-tuning the language, and it's state-of-the-art. So I am constantly listening to language. This is how we gauge our success, with the language that you utilize. Okay, so I'm always fine-tuning my audios. So when you become a student of mine, you get audios, and they're updated all the time. And guess what? If you graduated 5 years ago from my academy, you'll get the new upgraded version. There's no company out there that will do that. Okay, so why would anybody take my practitioner training October 1st through the 8th? If you're a business person, you better be in that training. It's from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and you will graduate. However, I'm going to teach you business. I'm going to teach you how to get your coaching business up and running and thriving. Boom, pop, prosperity on point. We are going to pop you into prosperity on point, because the whole last day is all about you and getting your business running. It's not about selling you more trainings. This is about making you prosperous. So if you're already trained as a practitioner, take my course. I guarantee you, you'll learn something you haven't learned somewhere else. And with everything that you've learned everywhere else, it could be the perfect recipe for your success. That training is October the 1st, graduating on the 8th. And all the companies out there will charge anywhere from $5,000 $200, $7,200, $6,200. I've seen prices everywhere. Anthony Robbins, for his 7-day, charges almost $100,000 with no certifications, okay? So my practitioner training is $5,200. However, it is on sale. Let's just call this the total immersive virtual training. It's on sale for $2,500. If you're already certified as a practitioner, I'm going to let you come in, get 4 more certifications, okay? 4 more certifications from our Global Council of Excellence, and a free platform for people to hire you out of our Global Council of Excellence, because I know that you are highly trained. So you'll actually get free advertising on a site worldwide that people can just hire you because of your credentials. So I'm doing that for only $500, open arms. You'll get 4 NLP Excellence Academy certifications: practitioner, timeline therapy, hypnotherapy, and coaching, and you will also learn how to run your business. I'm actually going to teach you sales. Okay, you can apply that not just toward coaching, in any line of business as a business owner. So that's really important to know. Okay, now I'm having a master practitioner training November the 1st through the 16th, also from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay, and that training, okay, is also discounted hugely, okay? I've looked at all the companies out there, okay? Again, another $100,000 for a seminar with no certifications. I've seen some companies out there that are really, really good, that are charging $8 grand for their master practitioner training, $7 grand, okay? Mine is $7,200, and it's on sale for $3,500, okay? That also gives you the platform to the Global Council of Excellence. So anybody in the world that's looking for a master practitioner, they can go right to the site, look you up, you can put a video, and they can hire you right from there. I don't have time to do coaching, so I would rather promote my students than for them to go outside, because I know that my students and anybody that comes into our open arms that are already certified, I know that they will be highly trained by me, and I know that I will know that their process and techniques will be perfect in alignment with excellence, okay? And all their information is updated. You know, this NLP, the study of excellence, is ongoing, and you can't just learn it one time, put the book up on the shelf and then forget about it and then pick it up. Because some of the stuff, I wouldn't say it's obsolete, but we've made it quicker and we've made it faster. That's what's so great about NLP. So I've got 2 minutes left, okay? So I want to say hi to David King, okay? David, I would love to talk to you. I know who you are, okay? So I'm really excited to talk to you. Jeremy, okay, you would make an excellent coach, by the way. You are so good at what you do. You would be an excellent coach. Okay, so I'm going to give you a packaged price for both trainings, and $5,200 plus $7,200 is $12,400 to become certified as a practitioner and a master practitioner. That's the highest level. Well, with me, with my normal pricing, it's a total of $6K for both trainings. Master practitioner, I promise you, anywhere else is going to be about $8K. You're getting both trainings for $6,000. That's a big deal. It's a big savings. Okay. Now, if you subscribe to the newsletter or contact me at 702-267-8471 on all these options that I gave those that want to get this free coaching for weight loss, for their goal weight, okay? If you go through that same process, email me, call me, subscribe to the newsletter, okay? You can get both trainings for only $5,000. You will never see that again, okay? And I'm good at it. I'm really good at training, because we will not move on until I know that everybody gets it. And my time is maximized. So if you're one of those that you want to go in and let's just go in and let's get some work done and have some fun, as easy as 1, 2, 3, I'm the trainer for you, Okay, I'm the trainer for you if you want to get your marriage back on track, get your children getting better grades, your relationships with your children. I'm your trainer if you want a thriving coaching business. I'm your trainer if you want to get that dream job. I'm your trainer if you want a new career. I'm your trainer. Why? Because I'm nuts about believing in you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you.